Welcome to the Lakers News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
Navigating the NBA trade market is always a complex game, and each franchise is constantly working to find the right balance between immediate success and future stability. When it comes to the Lakers, they seem to be in a bit of a dilemma, caught between maximizing the remaining years of LeBron James and Anthony Davis while also trying to protect the future by keeping key assets. It's as if they're walking a tightrope, unsure whether to go all in or play it safe for life after LeBron. Meanwhile, the Oklahoma City Thunder have a clear path ahead. With Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leading a young and talented team, they are positioning themselves as a future powerhouse. The Thunder have the depth, youth, and a plethora of future draft picks that make them capable of shaking up the league. Imagine if they went all in and made a play for Anthony Davis, a player who could instantly catapult them into championship contention. Imagine this trade scenario. OKC sends Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, and a slew of first-round picks to the Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis. For LA, this deal would offer a way to compete now, while also preparing for life after LeBron by adding young talents like Holmgren to their roster, while stockpiling future draft assets. But would the Lakers actually pull the trigger on a deal like this? Probably not. Despite the appealing future, Davis is too vital to their current aspirations. Now let's indulge in the idea for a moment. Imagine a Thunder lineup with Davis anchoring the defense. They would be a nightmare to face, Shai and Jalen Williams handling the offense, with Davis as a defensive player of the year caliber big man patrolling the paint and wreaking havoc on opposing teams. Pairing him with a big like Isaiah Hartenstein would allow Davis to play his preferred power forward position, free to disrupt plays and make an impact at all levels of the court. Davis has already shown his dominance, averaging 24.7 points, 12.6 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks per game last season, but in OKC, he would finally be on a team ready for greatness. With Shai, Caruso, and Williams running the perimeter and Davis protecting the paint, that team would be an unstoppable force in the NBA. If I were in Rob Pelinka's shoes, it's hard to say. Trading Anthony Davis is not a decision someone would take lightly. He is one of the most dominant two-way players in the league, and the chemistry he has built with LeBron over the years is invaluable. The idea of moving him, even for such a promising package, feels like betting on an uncertain future when you have generational talent in the present. But here's the thing, time is not on the Lakers' side. LeBron is nearing the end of his career, and we've seen the toll injuries have taken on AD. The window for another championship run with this duo is no longer wide open. By pulling the trigger on a trade like this, the Lakers would essentially be hitting the reset button while still remaining competitive. A player like Chet Holmgren, with his versatility, defensive potential, and shooting ability, could be a cornerstone for the Lakers' future. Pairing him with LeBron in the short term could make things interesting while ensuring a foundation to build around in the post-LeBron era. For the Thunder, it's obvious. Having Anthony Davis immediately elevates their status to championship contenders. Imagine the impact of his defense paired with Shai's offensive brilliance. It would be a lethal combination. And let's not forget that AD thrives in big moments. With OKC's young core maturing quickly, adding a player of Davis's caliber would accelerate their development and make them a legitimate force in the playoffs. Sure, they would be giving up some future assets and young talents, but Davis is the type of player who can bring home championships, not just potential. Ultimately, whether this trade happens or not, it highlights the tough choices teams face in the NBA. The Lakers have to decide if they want to go all in on the present or secure the future, while the Thunder have the luxury of going all in whenever they see fit. But what do you think? Should the Lakers take the risk and make this trade, or should they hold on to AD and hope he and LeBron can deliver one more title? I know it's a tough decision, and your opinions matter. Lakers fans have a passionate voice, and your insights can shape the narrative surrounding our beloved team. Here's the real question. What is the best path forward for the Lakers? One route is to stay committed to the current core and build around LeBron and AD. We've seen flashes of brilliance from this duo, especially when healthy. If they can stay on the court, the potential for a deep playoff run is still there. Bringing in complementary pieces that fit their style could provide the extra firepower needed for another championship push. Perhaps the front office could look to acquire players who can stretch the floor, play solid defense, and take some pressure off LeBron and Davis. But with the NBA landscape evolving rapidly, it's crucial to think about long-term strategy. If the Lakers continue to hold on to their stars without a clear plan for the future, They risk getting caught in mediocrity when LeBron eventually retires. With young talents like Holmgren, who has the potential to become a star, the Lakers could not only rejuvenate their roster, but also create a new identity that can thrive when the current stars move on. It's a strategic move that requires vision, but could set us up for sustained success in the coming years. Then, there's the question of marketing and fan excitement. Lakers fans are used to the glitz and glamour of star players and championship banners. A trade for someone like Holmgren alongside other young talents may not initially shock the fan base, but it could foster a more dynamic team culture. We could see a new era of players who can grow together, promoting chemistry and resilience as they face the challenges of the league. So, Lakers fans, what's your stance on this? Should we lean into the present and hope LeBron and AD can deliver one last title? Or is it time to embrace a new chapter, taking a calculated risk by trading AD for young talent and future picks? As a Lakers fan, my opinion on this situation is that the team really needs to weigh its options carefully. While the idea of trading Anthony Davis may seem tempting, especially when looking toward the future and the promises a player like Chet Holmgren could offer, we cannot overlook the value of having a player of AD's caliber on our roster. The connection that AD has with LeBron is special and has already brought us a title. If they can stay healthy, I still believe they have the potential to compete for more championships. The problem is that a window of opportunity is closing. LeBron's time in the league is limited, and AD has had his own health issues that we cannot ignore. This makes the need for a long-term strategy even more urgent. That said, we cannot be naive. The future of the franchise must be considered. A package including young players and draft picks could revitalize our team and ensure that after LeBron leaves, we have solid pieces to build around. If trading AD could strengthen our roster and give the franchise a new buzz, I could be in favor. However, I'm also concerned about losing the winning mentality that AD brings. He is a player who can win the playoffs, and his presence on the court is vital, especially in critical moments. Trading a player of that magnitude requires careful consideration of what we are willing to give up. In the end, I am in favor of making smart moves, but it doesn't hurt to commit to what we can still achieve with this core. The ideal scenario would be to find a balance between maintaining competitiveness now and planning for the future. So my opinion is, if the trade could bring us a return that truly transforms our team into a strong contender for the coming years, then maybe it's an option worth considering. But if it meant giving up one of our top talents, I would hesitate.